In a move signaling a potential shift towards more sustainable practices within its vast agricultural sector, Brazil enacted the BIOINPUTS Law 15.07/2024 late last year. This legislation creates a specific regulatory framework for biological inputs used in farming, distinct from synthetic chemical products. Reporting by the UOL Agro newsletter, featuring insights from Reginaldo Mineraar, president of the Brazilian BioInputs Association, sheds light on the law's objectives, mechanisms, and the expectations surrounding its implementation as of April 22, 2025. Bioinputs, as defined in the context, are derived from living organisms or natural processes, encompassing fungi, bacteria, beneficial insects like wasps or ladybugs, plant extracts, and organic compounds. They serve various functions, including plant nutrition, controlling pests and diseases, and enhancing soil quality. According to Mineraar, speaking to UOL Agro, while these natural tools have long been used, particularly in organic farming, they were previously regulated under a complex and often ill-suited mosaic of laws designed primarily for chemical pesticides and fertilizers. The increasing use of bioinputs, including on-farm production by conventional farmers in biofabricas, created legal uncertainties and industry friction, necessitating dedicated legislation to provide clarity and security. The new law establishes this specific regulatory pathway. A key feature highlighted by Mineraar is its dual approach. It allows for the official registration of both commercially produced, ready-to-use bioinput products and the foundational microbial inoculants or agents that farmers can use to multiply bioinputs themselves on their own properties. This potential for on-farm production, facilitated through registered biofactories, represents a significant departure from the typical business model of the agrochemical industry and could empower farmers with more control over their inputs. These biofactories, Mineraar explained, will require registration with the Ministry of Agriculture, MAPA, via a self-declaration process, making them subject to oversight and inspection, primarily by state-level agricultural defense agencies. While the law itself is now in place, its full implementation hinges on a forthcoming regulating decree from the executive branch. The law stipulates a deadline of December 2025 for this decree's publication. However, Mineraar conveyed to UOL Agro the sector's strong desire for earlier issuance, potentially before Brazil hosts the COP30 climate summit, to demonstrate Brazil's tangible commitment to sustainable agriculture on the global stage. He also pushed back against potential resistance from established chemical interests, arguing that hindering the adoption of bioinputs through legislation would serve private niches rather than the public interest in more sustainable food production. If implemented effectively, the BIOINPUTS Law holds significant promise. It could facilitate a reduction in synthetic chemical use in Brazilian agriculture, leading to environmental benefits like improved soil health and biodiversity. It may offer farmers, particularly smaller ones, more cost-effective and autonomous options for managing crops through on-farm production. Furthermore, it can bolster the sustainability credentials of Brazilian agricultural exports in increasingly environmentally conscious international markets. Achieving this potential, however, depends critically on a well-balanced regulating decree, efficient and fair oversight mechanisms, and robust support for farmer education and adoption of best practices in using these biological tools. This legislation marks a potentially pivotal step, but its real-world impact is yet to unfold. The Channel of Brazil, your window onto the Brazilian socio-political landscape.